Welcome back, everybody, to a celebratory episode of Tremelo Nights. This is the 53rd video, and that means I've been doing this for a year with little progress, but I've hit 52 subscribers, and I've been doing a little bit of math, and that means I've had a subscriber every week, roughly. If I want to hit 1,000 subscribers, that means I've got to do this for 19 years. How old am I going to be? I have to write it down. I'm going to be 44 years old in 19 years. Gosh, I don't even want to think about the sort of horrors that are going to have gone on in the world and in my body in that time. I did a little bit of mental, imagination the other night when I worked out these figures, and I thought, where my life will be at? How do I see myself at 44? And to be honest, every time I look down in my imagination, I don't have any legs. And I don't know why that is. I'm looking around and it's dark. And there's like a clicking. And I don't have any legs. And I look and hear Chinese people. So I'm going to try and stop meditating. I think I tried to pick it up for New Year's. And I've frightened myself with the sorts of images that my brain has displayed to me. But speaking of Chinese people, it's been a real celebration this week for a second reason. All right? MI6 has had a spy detained in China. Let's fucking go. I mean, honestly, I read that news and I rang all the Chinese people I know and I just laughed down the phone and then hung up. How does it feel to have a win? Finally, recognition in the international espionage game that MI6 is still about. And I know it's not really the idea of spying is to get caught. That's kind of the opposite. The one thing you don't want spying. But I really don't feel like our spies are good enough and they're not getting caught. I feel like we're just not really getting our fingers in the door as these sorts of big superpowers, especially China. Okay? And it's just been so fun to think about these little espionage acts. It feels like, your incel son getting chlamydia. Chlamydia's bad, but damn, he's been getting after it, finally. If you read the news, all it is constant Russian spies murdering, poisoning people in our country, little Chinese men in parliament spying. There's that story about the, I think it was about Crimea, about the UK warships or whatever, some sort of plan. And it was like a massive document that just got found at a bus stop, and that was in the news. Listen, I can read in between the lines. I know that some spy put that there on purpose for the media to find. I'm not stupid. Somebody doesn't just forget that catching the 125 into fucking Heathrow. Can I just say again how happy I am that we're getting back into the James Bond feel of things just in time for the new Black James Bond. I'm going to put my foot in the door, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say this time it needs to be a Chinese man. Chinese James Bond. Chinese James Bond. Let it just marinate a little bit in everyone's mind. I feel like we're just about ready for a Black James Bond. We're definitely not ready for a female James Bond. But a Chinese James Bond? Now we're talking 1.5 billion people's language. But it is very funny to think about. I mean, what did this spy look like that got caught in China? Do you think he looked like me? Do you think he was white? Or are we thinking he's Asian? I think he might have been Asian, It is funny to think about, a white guy being in the depths of Chinese government, plans and stuff. Just pretending that he's Chinese, putting on a really offensive accent. Oh, look at me. I'm Chinese. I was born in Shanghai. This is big misunderstanding. I'm not gonna do the eyes because that's just not funny. But yeah, it'd be really funny if it was just like a caricature of an Asian stereotype, just fucking being a silly goose, and the Chinese are like, oh, it says here you travel to England 5 years ago. Oh, I want to go watch Manchester United in the Premier League. That's enough of that, I think. I wish I could have 10 minutes or maybe half an hour with this spy that's been caught and, ask him some questions like, why the fuck would you choose England? Why would you choose our side? I mean, if you want to really look on the grand scheme of things, take a few steps back at the whole world and probably how things are going to end up in the big cybertronic mega war that's going to happen in 30 years, I don't see us being the victors. This isn't a World War II situation. I feel like we need to really find our place quickly, the British public and the British government, because there is that video of, the Chinese official talking about England, and, he really says it how it is. Like, England's a nothing, little small, full of pussy, small little minge stinking island. We don't think about England as a competitor. Why would we? And he's right. We're not a competitor. But fuck, man. This spy must have saw something in us. Did he like Harry Potter? Did he freaking hate trans people like J.K. Rowling? Maybe he was a TERF. Or maybe you like Game of Thrones and thought we had dragons. Or maybe not. Maybe he really does think that we have a chance to win the freaking war. It just really, and when big China does win the war and rules the whole world, a lot of people now, and I'm thinking really the idiots, the pitbull crowd in this country, the 6 vapes a week crew, the council estate, chickens. They probably really hate China, and probably they rightly so. They've been fed a lot of propaganda. But a lot of these people, and this even goes up to the yummy mummies who drive Land Rovers, I think it could do them a lot of good having a boot on the neck. These people, having some dictator not being able to think for themselves. Because I really do think that's the biggest problem, really, that a lot of people are facing that they don't know. It's that they've been allowed for so long to think freely and do as they please. And it has just really rotted the foundations of our society, where now, really, everybody is addicted to something. People have gone mad with power on Facebook. Of all places to lose your head, people that go on Facebook and post pictures of Mitsubishis in 2 car parking spaces. And these people are sick. Don't get me wrong, but to be this sort of little police monkey where you're ratting people out on Facebook, I'm sorry, I don't like that. And that's what I mean. If we had an overlord, they'd love the little menial tasks that the president had set for everybody. Oh, we've found a little bit of dissent in your neighborhood. Give us 3 names of neighbors that have spoken poorly of Mr. Ping, and you will be allotted 2 hours extra of sunlight. The majority of the people that I meet shouldn't be on the internet. The sorts of mental health issues that they have. They shouldn't be anywhere near a keyboard, let alone a screen that they can see pictures of other people on. So the banning of all the bullshit, Facebook, Google, people will look back in 30 years and go, wow, God, my grandmother was a whore. She posted pictures of herself naked for money on Facebook. My mum posted pictures of a snatch on Twitter. On Twitter. And, she died of a heroin overdose and left me. But the great Mr. Ping took over the country. And now I'm a lab technician working on gene therapy for mutant children. See how life had just turned around. But you do see people post stuff on Facebook, like when you were younger, they'd do it and they go, "Oh God, I'm so annoyed. Don't even speak to me." And then everyone would come like, "Oh, what's the matter, babe? Pop up." You see people post that now in the mid-20s. There ought to be a number you can ring for a special police unit to go around to the house and lock them in a cellar somewhere and just mine them for electricity. But I've got to be honest, guys and gals. This little bit of news has ignited such a passion in my heart for spy and espionage material. So I've just been trawling the internet for stories about spies and stuff. And I came across, this is pretty recent, I came across this. There was a US Navy sailor jailed for passing on military blueprints to China. And he was paid 15 grand for this in total for a couple of secrets and maybe locations of certain stuff. And I can really understand it. I don't really do anything important. Nothing really that the Chinese government would want any secrets from. But I have been told secrets before. And gosh, how fun is it to tell secrets? I think it probably should be one of the 10 Commandments. Don't tell secrets, especially ones your best friends have told you not specifically not to tell anyone about. But God, when they had that specifically, do not tell anybody about this. God, please, I'm going to tell everyone, and you're not going to know it was me. But imagine you're at work, right, and in the back of your head, you're like, fucking, I'm going to tell China about everything that's happening here. I'm going to start pulling the Chinese espionage cards. I'd be telling them everything. I'd be like, yeah, man, the boss, he eats tuna mayo sandwiches like every day. He's so fat. And I'm pretty sure his marriage is like falling apart at the minute. And I can't see that lasting 2 months. My Chinese spies on the phone like, oh, yeah, I know. All right, I don't know all of that shit. I'm not even that high up in the fucking Navy, bro. I'm just trying to talk to somebody. Gosh, man. Ling, I thought you were my friend. Told you so much shit. I told you that me and my partner had an abortion. Oh, dear me. But I love secrets so much, man. And I even started doing a thing with my friends where I started just making up lies. I just started making up secrets that nobody had told me just to tell somebody. And the little lie secret porky pie was that my friend had got his girlfriend pregnant, which is a great lie and also a great secret, because people are going to find out eventually, obviously, because babies take 3 months to grow and be born. So I just tell my friends, I'd be like, oh, God, can you believe? Oh, I probably shouldn't say this. Oh, it doesn't matter. And obviously that gets the hook in the water. Oh, I probably shouldn't, man. He'll kill me. And before they even are able to go, please tell me, you just let loose and go, he's fucking got his girlfriend pregnant. She's pregnant, bro. She's pregnant. I can't believe it. But don't tell anyone, though. Don't tell anyone. And obviously they're going to tell at least 3 people. And that little lie passes around the whole friend group. And now everyone is like looking at his girlfriend every time they're out together, like, oh shit, why she's drinking? Oh my God, she's pregnant and she's drinking. I cannot believe this lady. She's not getting very fat though. I can't believe. I wish I was like that. I hope when I have a baby, I don't get fat like she's not getting. It's been 9 months now, and she's lost weight. I don't know, guys. I think we were told a lie, but I think that's about all for the spy talk this week, ladies and gentlemen. I do have one last thing that I want to talk about, which I saw in a cool, creepy little freaky video of a mouse cleaning some fucking guy's shed at night of all times, which is creepy to say the least. To even think about what animals do at night, I don't even want to hear about it. And to think he's trying to get cool PR points for fucking cleaning the shed. And I don't even want to start getting down the conspiracy road, but I'm going to get down the conspiracy road and say this mouse was put up to this by certain animal activist groups. I'm not going to name any, okay? But this is obviously a mouse that has been rescued from some sort of, brain engineering scientific research plan where it's been given the brain of a crow. Okay, so it is a lot smarter than your average mouse. And it's been put in a situation where it has been trained its whole life to pick up miscellaneous shit, to act and to show the world like it's cleaning up. Which I don't believe for a second. It's obviously not cleaning up, is it? It should be. The only things that clean up in this world are humans, because we are smart enough to have all our food sorted. When you have your food sorted, the next thing is hygiene. Okay? And then we start getting to medicine and then maybe manufacturing and all this shit, okay? There isn't an animal in this world that isn't covered in shit, okay? Cats lick themselves, fair enough, all right? But they also have to be trained to shit in a pebble box by their owners. There isn't a single reason for them to clean up, okay? So if they're going to start doing weird shit like this, all right, if they've been exposed to radiation maybe, and now they're trying to be super nanny and fucking clean up Bill's shed, a lot of people are going to watch that video and go, oh my God, they're just like us. The next video is going to be a mouse saying racist shit on Facebook. And do you think they want people to see that video? No, because it'd mean people would kill more mice. But of course, the video, oh, he's cleaning up. Oh, look at this mouse. He cares about the environment. No, it's all rubbish. And if anybody watched that video and thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't put a mousetrap out. You're wrong, all right? We should kill more mice now. Before they start coming into the house and then coming up, making their way up the stairs. But, it is fun. It's a fun little trick. But imagine if the fucking mouse piled everything up in the shape of a swastika. It was just something horribly offensive. That would be arguably more. I would just go, okay, maybe I won't. Maybe they should all be killed, but maybe we shouldn't kill them. Maybe we should study them. Okay? Because if they're going to do some specific type of shit like that, and I'm not saying swastikas are cool or anything like that, but if they're putting them in symbols, maybe we should pay attention. Maybe we should think about maybe electing a mouse as an official or some sort of council member. And maybe that's the way the espionage is going to start going. Is sort of gene altering shit where now mice can be released in Beijing and insects can be let out and literally be a fly on the wall in a meeting with top officials in China. And the fly can come back and organize a load of grains of rice on the desk and spell out sorts of the keywords of what was going on. And I'm sorry to say it, but you think animals have got it bad now? Do you think putting shampoo in rabbits' eyes is where the buck stops, ladies and gentlemen? It's not. It's so definitely not the worst it's going to get for our little creatures that we inhabit this world with. I don't know what to say. I don't even want to brainstorm any more ideas about how they're going to be mistreated. But I would like, I would like not to be fed propaganda from mice.